Oh, now this is different.
It happened at an apartment complex on Fair Oaks Boulevard in Carmichael Sunday.
We thought he was going to come through the window. I mean, he kicked the door, he couldn't get it in.
Shattered glass in a boarded up window. The aftermath of a shooting and attempted burglary at a Carmichael apartment complex.
Where I was laying on the bed, there were 3 bullet holes.
The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office identified this man knocking with a gun as 33-year-old Alonso Brown. They say he came here in the middle of the night looking for his girlfriend.
Wound up tracking her using her cell phone data and tracked her to this apartment complex on Fair Oaks. Now, creepy as that is, he did it.
But the family, who did not want to show their faces on camera, did not know Brown or his girlfriend.
And he's randomly shooting into our room, and my husband shoots 4 times in a tight circle.
You can't just let him come in the house with a gun.
Brown is the bad guy here, and let's not hide from that.
California is not a stand your ground state, so did the husband have the right to fire back? The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says yes, you can pursue an attacker when in imminent danger.
Yeah, that resident's a hero. Obviously, he defended himself, he defended his property.
There was no decision, it's instant.
You know, some dudes really need to learn to control their emotions. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that this guy thought his girlfriend was cheating. I'm also going to assume he snuck into her phone and turned on her share my location without her knowing. Because only an idiot would share their location with their boyfriend and then go and do some shady shit. And again, only an idiot would track their girlfriend down using their shared location and then try to kick the door down at that location and then just randomly start shooting at the house. If you have to do all of that, she was never your girlfriend. Take the L and move on. But let's give a massive W to the husband for protecting his family by exercising his Second Amendment rights. And oddly enough, let's give a round of applause to Sergeant Amar Gandhi and the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office for bucking the California anti-gun narrative by not only supporting this man's actions, but by empowering the people in their county to exercise their 2A rights. Bravo. Bravo. Unlike the father of Patrick Bateman, California Governor Gavin I Sweat Hair Gel Newsom, who would more than likely arrest the husband before he would ever call him a hero. The same Gavin Newsom who was always crying about standard capacity magazines.
Large capacity clips, just insane. There's no justification, period, full stop. It's insane. These people are perpetuating lunacy and should be ashamed of themselves.
He calls them high capacity, but they're really standard. Keep in mind that you can't have a magazine over 10 rounds in California and you have to register your guns. Yet, Mr. I Can't Find My Girlfriend had an extended magazine and his gun wasn't registered. None of the strict California gun laws stopped this lunatic from getting his hands on a gun and have an extended round magazine. See how the laws don't work? But guess who had to obey all of those laws? The person we weren't worried about in the first place? The homeowner who used his gun in self-defense to protect himself by utilizing his 2A rights? His only saving grace, however, was that he actually hit the guy in a manner that took him out of the fight. Because if the shooting had continued, who do you think would have had the advantage in this situation? The guy who was forced to only have 10 rounds in his gun, or the guy who showed up with as many rounds as he wanted in his gun? You do the math. As far as I'm concerned, every politician should be doing what the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office did in this video. Empower the good people. Empower the law-abiding citizens to protect themselves. That's how you create safer communities. You don't do it by making the people weaker. You do it by making the people stronger. And the way you make people stronger is to take the steps necessary to be able to protect yourself. The cops didn't stop this. They couldn't stop this because they weren't there. So until they got there, the homeowner had to protect himself and his family. It's no different than a natural disaster. After a terrible hurricane, the government can't get to you immediately. So you're on your own, so you have to take it upon yourself to keep yourself safe. And the thing is, with life, you never know when you're going to have to be in a position to do that. So that's why we beforehand have the tools necessary to be able to protect ourselves and keep not only ourselves, but our family safe as well. You really think this family thought they'd have to deal with a crazed boyfriend shooting at them through their window? But because they had a gun for protection, they were ready to deal with that unexpected threat. Now, the family is a lot safer for it. You know how frightening it is to think about what happens in the moments before, during, and even days after having to use your gun in self-defense? When you first start carrying a gun for protection, it can be a very scary and nerve-wracking experience, especially if you haven't gotten the education and training you need to feel confident. I've been there myself, hoping I never have to go through a self-defense shooting, which is why I'm a member of the USCCA. As a USCCA member, you can eliminate some of the stress of carrying a gun for protection by accessing the amazing wealth of firearm education, training, and current state-specific gun laws of your state or states you may travel to. This can help you be prepared for, or hopefully even avoid, a self-defense incident. As a bonus, members automatically become insured on the self-defense liability insurance policy purchased by and issued to the USCCA. Click below to learn more.